Hello and welcome to Dominating Dominion. I'm Zach.
And I'm Ben.
And on this episode of Dominating Dominion, we might be playing a game called Dominion.
Really?
Yeah, what is it?
I don't know.
What do you do in this game?
Well, what I do is I pick up cards and play them and it does stuff. What do you do?
Dominion's a game, a deck building game, the first one of the genre of what's become deck building, which is huge. Basically in this game you'll have a little bit of money to start out, a couple of estates, you use that money to buy action cards and hopefully get the most victory cards, which gives you the points to win the game at the end. If you don't know what Dominion is, go back to episode 1 and check that one out. Though, you can kind of just watch this episode, I guess, because we're going back to basics in this episode, Dominating Dominion, since we're back on the air now. So there's going to be a little bit of a format change a bit. So instead of playing with the cards physically on the table, we've switched over to now shooting it off of GoCo. I think that will look a lot nicer for you guys to see us playing through the cards. So give us feedback on that switch up if you like it or if you don't. Depending on the feedback, we'll switch back or we'll keep it on GoCo. But I think it's easier to film there, and it just looks nicer if you're viewing.
It's also faster.
It is. We noticed playing through it. It was nice to, because we'd have to do a lot of cut and editing when we do it in the physical cards. But with that, it was pretty smooth.
Normally the games take what, 20-30 minutes, and this felt like 10.
Yeah.
It was like you don't even have to draw. It does it for you. It's so nice.
Yep.
Shuffling.
And you can never play a card wrong.
Yeah.
I know we've played at least 2 cards on this, at least one wrong on the show before. Tribute. But yeah, so actually, yeah, you can go back and watch episode 1. We'll probably do a better job explaining it there and reviewing the base set. But for this one, we'll just be looking at the base cards again. In fact, we're going to be playing the first game. When you get Dominion, it comes with the rule book, of course, and you get a few, it's like 5 sets you can pick from.
A couple, yeah. And
so we're going to be playing the one it says to use for your first game. And I think a lot of people have at least tried this one out when they first play it. And we've done it several times with people when we first teach them the game. So it's always interesting. I find that's the hardest one to talk about.
Because there's so many varieties of strategies. There's like a 2-card combo here, a 2-card combo here, and a 4-card combo here, or whatever, and it's like, what do you do? Brain goes...
Yeah, so let's go ahead and see, we'll show you the 10 cards if you haven't played before, if you don't know what the first game is for whatever reason, so let's go ahead and get to the game.
In this episode of Dominating Dominion, we have Cellar, Moat, Village, Woodcutter, Workshop, Militia, Remodel, Smithy, Market, and Mine.
Yep, so that's the first set. Unless I screwed up, I don't think I did. That looks right to you, right?
Yep.
That looked right to me. Alright, so this is the first game. Whenever you buy the game, this is the one it tells you to play first. So we're going to play it and attempt to analyze strategies based off this. I feel this is going to be our hardest one because this is one everybody's played. Yep. There's definitely a lot of opinions to go on this, but alright, let's go ahead. Start us off, Ben.
Boom. 4. Remodel.
Boom. I'll take a remodel as well.
Whoa. Play my treasures and I'll gain a silver. Good old silvers.
Silver.
3, I will take a silver.
Remodel an estate into a smithy. 3, a village.
I'll remodel a silver into a mine. I have 2. I will take a cellar.
Alright, we got 4 here. I'm gonna take a militia.
Whoa, Mr. Meanie over there. You know what? I say 6. I'll take a gold.
Village. Militia.
Oh no.
Now I've got some 6. I'll take a gold.
I will mine a copper to a silver. And I'll take a village.
remodel copper into a cellar. Yeah, that's gonna be it.
I will remodel an estate into a moat. And I have 2. Do I want anything? No.
Smithy. Oh, I got the Sammy 7. Of
Sammy
course.
7.
Out of any possibility, I got the Sammy 7. I shouldn't have played that. I didn't. I guess I
play
got
6, and I'll take a gold.
All right, cellar. I'm going to discard that one, and that one. And now I've got a village and a militia.
Aww.
Yeah. And with 5, I shall take mine.
I will mine copper into silver. Then I will buy a militia.
6 gold.
Play a village. Then I'll play a moat. Then I'll play mine. Grade a copper to a silver. I'll play all those treasures, which is 7. I'll take the gold.
Do Smithy. I knew that was gonna happen. I just knew it.
A lot of actions.
Yep. I risked it.
I am not risking it. I'm playing a militia.
Oh. I'll
How's
get
that
rid
make
of
you
that
feel?
one. That one.
I'll play my treasures, which is equivalent to 8. Take a profits.
Take that.
I'll remodel an estate into that one. I'll play my treasures and I'll take a market.
Mine copper into silver. 5 a market.
I will play a moat. And then sadly, I have to play these 7, which I will use to take a gold.
Village. Militia.
Oh no. Eh.
Alright. And I've got 9 here. And guess what? A profits.
Village. Remodel. A silver into a market. And then I'll play gold, which gives me 3, which is enough for a woodcutter. Because, yes.
A woodcutter.
Not sure why.
What a waste.
Probably.
Alright. Nope. I will not risk it when I've got 8. I had a cellar. I don't want to risk it. I was tempted, but I don't want to risk it.
I'm gonna get rid of that.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what it gave me?
What? Oh, you're a bum. Oh. There's nothing. I have to get rid of these. I hope for the best when
Yes, I lied. It gave me a copper.
Alright, let's hope for good. Yep, that was good.
Oh.
9. There we go.
I play a market. Well, this is interesting. I'll play a militia.
That one and that one.
Play that, and I've got 2. I'll take a cellar and a moat.
I'm going to take a remodel and gold into a province,
Nice.
and I'll take a village.
I'll play village. Ooh. I will mine silver to gold. Look at all that gold. Boop.
Alright, I got 5 here. I'm going to take the duchy.
Right, I will play a market. A cellar. 1, 2, 3. Draw 3 more. Clickers, give me 8.
Uh-oh. That's the feeling, people, you don't want. Well, you still kept up pretty well. All right, let's see. Mark it. And then I will get rid of that one and that one. Oh, yes. Here we go. Militia. And now we've got Ted and 2 buys.
Okay.
That and the estate. And that's the game, folks. There we go. 36 to 23. Good game, Ben.
So it's on that last turn. You got what? Okay, yeah, you would have won.
Estate.
No matter what.
All right, good game. Bam! First game. I was surprised. I really thought you were going to go the Village Smithy combo, because when we started playing, that's what he went and won the game with a good deal of the time.
My hope was to get the 5-2 combo off the start to get a Market and a Moat, I think. Yeah, Market and Moat. And then from there, just go super heavy on the Village Smithies and Golds and stuff.
Yeah, because I was mentioning to him I was going to try out the Remodel Golds into higher cards and use mines to get the Golds and stuff like that.
I like that strategy better, but I think you just got maybe a little bit more lucky with your hand draws where you had the ability to turn a Gold into Province. Maybe I had that, maybe I just said, not yet, and I probably should have done it because I had enough Golds. I don't know, it doesn't tell you how many cards of what you have at the end of the game, which is kind of a little let down. I would like to know, you had 8 Golds, 4 silvers, 20 coppers, or 6 curses, or whatever.
I know one purchase I questioned was the Woodcutter. Not a bad card, but I did question it.
I was like, do I want a silver? I need a buy because I got a high hand, so I was getting a lot of good hands, and I was hoping to get a bunch of my action cards together. Because, you know, I don't know what happens. It's like, if I get this great hand of 16, I might want to buy.
Yeah. So why don't we take a look at these cards that we've got? So, first up,
Moat. I thought this was very handy, except for the fact every time I had a Moat, he never played an attack card. I was like...
Yeah, so, I don't know if we've actually discussed Moat on the show before. I feel like we haven't, which is weird. But anyway, probably a lot of people say this is one of the best defense cards, even though it is a 2 card and there's one's higher than it. The thing that's nice about it is it blocks the entire attack, so nothing's going to happen.
Situational.
Yeah, again, that happens with a lot of the cards.
Certain attack cards I think are defense cards that are really good. Like Horse Traders, I think is great against cards like Militia.
Yeah.
Because you set it aside and it's like I'm just getting right back up.
Yeah. I mean, if you just don't want attacks to affect you at all, great card to pick up here.
Yeah.
For this set, the only I'd recommend only picking up Moat if somebody else has picked up a Militia, unless the 2 cards is going to be any good for you. But
that's where other cards come into play in this set.
But yeah, so I'd pretty much ignore Moat unless somebody picked up a Militia.
He picked up a Militia very early on, and I was like, okay, I have 2 Moat. And
I only picked that up because he didn't have one of these, so I go, I'll pick up the Militia. It's not going to hurt me too much. I'm going to get 2 coins, and he'll go down a bit. So that's why I picked up Moat. So if you get stuck with a 2 early on or something like that, still a decent card to pick up.
Next up is Seller. So the nice thing about Seller is you get your action back, and then you discard any number of cards you want, which is also very nice because if you have a really, really bad hand,
you get more.
Just go away, go over there. We don't like you.
Get your replacements. So this is a good one to go through your deck really quick, especially if you can't trash cards.
Also, the thing I like about this is you might have a bunch of good cards and a couple coppers, and you're like, I have 5. Do I want to risk it for 6? And it's
that happened to me several times for people who
it works out. It's quite a few times depending on what your deck looks like. I don't know what our decks look like because they don't show you again. But the Seller is really, really nice when you risk it. It's sometimes depending high risk, high reward, and that's why I like to play high risk, high reward. I don't know.
So between the 2 cards, I'd pick up Seller.
I picked up Moat first just because you had a Militia.
Yeah,
and
that's the exception.
You don't want more than a couple Moats, but you know, hey, gives you 2 cards, which is quite nice.
Yeah. But yeah, this is going to let you go through all those pesky coppers and estates because you really can't trash them. We had Remodel in, but otherwise it was kind of.
Next up, Workshop. I don't think either of us. No one picked this up. I just in this set, I don't think it was a great choice. I think there were better 3 cards. I think a silver was more worth it. I think a village was more worth it. Woodcutter, only if you need to buy.
No, this is workshop.
I said woodcutter. You would only pick up woodcutter if you need to buy.
We're on workshop.
Yes, I know.
Don't talk about woodcutter.
I'm talking about all the other 3 cards. Why this isn't the worst choice of the 3.
Okay, maybe it's because I disagree with you here. I actually think workshop, even though I didn't pick it up, it was because my strategy type. I actually think workshop would be good if you need a lot of these 4 cards.
Yeah.
Say you needed the remodel, then this could be good to get a few remodels, especially because you can always do remodel into gold, and then remodel the gold into province. That's a nice way to go.
That's a different strategy. I mean, for mine, and I think yours, workshop was not the best.
I didn't feel like any time I got 3 or something like that, I needed the workshop because I already had the cards I needed. Now, if I had went this classic combo you were here, Village Smithy, I might have used the workshop in that case then. But I wasn't planning to because I wanted to try something else because I know everybody pretty much knows that one. But yeah, so workshop, if in most games I'll say, it tends to get ignored, especially with prosperity in.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's a decent card depending on what 4 or less cards are in the game.
I think there's a lot of very good scenarios where workshop is a really, really, really good card. To me, in this set of 10, I just don't think it was that high, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's because I didn't go the Village Smithy combo where that would have been the better choice.
It's good early on because you can rush getting the cards you need.
Yeah.
Because you'll be able to play this, get the card, and then buy with your other one. So that can be good there. But let us know what you think with this card. In fact, let us know what you think of any of the cards here or what your strategy would be. Because I'll be curious to know what people do for this game.
Yep. Woodcutter. So, I think I'm the only one to pick this up, and it's just because I had 3, and I didn't want a silver, I didn't want a village, and I didn't really want a workshop, so I was like, woodcutter, why not? It gives me a buy. I might need that buy. Who knows?
Yeah. So
it didn't work out.
Where's our silver in here? I gotta compare woodcutter to the silver, because notice they're both cost of 3. One, though, you can always play when you're doing your treasures. One's an action. It's going to take up one of your actions. So, unless you need the buy, always go the silver. Otherwise, unless you can, like, throne room this
unless there's, like, thief or something where treasures are not going to be, like, yes, I want treasures, give me the money. Or, because thief is like, haha, you bought a lot of money, give me it now.
Or throne room. I would pick up this for throne room. That goes the same with like Chancellor and stuff like that. Cards that are usually ignored unless scenarios like that. But in this case, if you need the buy, pick up the Woodcutter. Though we do have another buy card in here we'll have to talk about in a second here. I feel like this would be a good buy early on if you needed to buy.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'd go to this other one we're going to talk about. But because when you pick this up later, I was like,
yeah, it wasn't a smart decision.
Because you already had the buy from Market, which we'll talk about.
But I was hoping to get more buys, like more often. I was hoping to get higher hands, and it just didn't work because it was like, oh, game's over.
So you could pick this up to get the buy early on, and so you could be able to get the next card and the other cards for this awesome combo we'll talk about.
Village. Little handy card.
Have we talked about Village before?
Probably. I mean,
I feel like we should have. We've covered at least some type of village. If you've played this game before, and you'll know that pretty much every expansion, with the exception of like 1 or 2, has some sort of village. Here's the original village in case we haven't covered it.
Yippee! So,
I had a good discussion with our dad today. I was playing with him, and because he's the type who will always pick up village. And I think it's because of the first game. The first game makes Village seem very good, especially if you're doing the Village Smithy.
But other than that, it's really only good if you need the double actions. Because if you really look at it in depth, it's +1 card replacing itself. +1 action. It's just like a card getting it out of your hand. But the additional second action is where it's like, I could play 2 extra cards, but it's like...
You better have 2 extra cards to play or else this isn't worth it.
Yeah.
Otherwise... Brilliant card.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's in the middle. It depends. If you're going to go a lot of actions, this is where
this is the one where it's like pure action deck, because otherwise it provides no value to you. It's pretty much at that point
Yeah.
a weak card.
Yeah, so if you're going to be playing a lot of action cards that you're going to need 2 actions because the rest are going to consume your actions, then yeah, pick that up. Otherwise, if you're going to go heavy treasures, probably have better picks. Maybe one card that maybe gives you a single action back, but you definitely don't need the 2 actions, I feel. No. But so that's Village there.
You needed those 2 actions, I thought, a couple times. Because
that's why I picked one of these.
You played the Smithy, and you're like, I just drew a bunch of actions.
Yep, exactly. So that's the scenario where you definitely wanted the Village. So I wish I had a few. I probably needed like 1 or 2 more of these. I just didn't get it. That's where Workshop might have helped me there a bit. All right, let's hit next up. Smithy.
3 cards, really nice. It's like, hey, 3 more cards, thanks.
So it's very good to draw a lot of your cards.
Yes.
Especially
with the Village combo, because it's like, hey,
we're gonna have to talk about this.
Village, +1 card. Oh, it's a Smithy. 3 more cards. Oh, Village, Smithy, Village, Smithy, Village.
So with this combo, it is possible in certain games, depending on the conditions of what's going on with the other players and how many players you have, that you could draw your whole deck potentially if you have this good combo.
Yep.
Maybe a Cellar included to shuffle through to get the good cards, but this is going to be really good with Cellar to pretty much get you your golds and silvers. What else you need?
Yes.
On its own, it's only going to be valuable as long as you don't draw actions. As you saw a few times, I drew a few action cards, but those were useless to me. I did get maybe a gold or something in there, so that made it worth it.
I think that's the reason I didn't go Village Smithies, because I had a lot of terminating actions. I had a couple. I had, I think, of mine, a couple Militia, a couple Remodel. That's like, I was like, no, I don't have enough villages at this point to sustain a Village Smithy combo with all my other cards.
Yeah, but this I see this as really working out. The Village Smithy Cellar with a few other things here. This alone could be pretty deadly with maybe a buy in there somewhere. But yeah, so that's the Village Smithy combo. If you're doing your first game, you just want something simple, definitely a combo to look at there.
Remodel.
So yeah, so I was mentioning combos, or at least the Village Smithy one. When you think pretty basically, instead of like picking a whole bunch of action cards, if I was to do like just a few action cards,
Remodel.
This might be the one I picked for this, and that's what I went.
It's really nice because it's like estate into remodel. Oh, 2 remodels, remodel into gold. Remodel a gold into a province. It's like you just go up the chain. It's quite nice. It's like get rid of all your bad cards and turn them into good cards, and over time you turn your really good cards into victory points.
Yep. So that's really that's good there. I was planning to go remodel and mine if I was going to do 2 cards, but I ended up mixing it up. Yeah. I feel that was a little better. But I mean, if you're just going to go 2 cards, you could use mine to get your golds and then remodel to make those up.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's our remodel card here.
This is the Militia. It is a mean card. We don't like it because it's mean.
I like it. So Militia, yeah. If the other player has a lot of moats for whatever reason, useless.
Your friend who bought the entire moat stack.
If you guys watched our 3-player game that had Genesis on it, he played a game where he just bought all the moats because he's like, what the heck? Nobody's gonna be able to attack. Oh, I can't do anything. But yeah, so if they're able to block this is just a silver, but it's gonna cost you more and it's gonna take up one of your actions.
Yep.
But if you're able to actually attack the other players because they don't have moats or they just don't have them in their hands or whatever, very good because they're losing 2 cards. Now, it might not matter if they just discard 2 estates, they usually will laugh at you. But if they have a whole good hand, like I know a few times you had one of the hands I was completely screwed up with because he played a Militia, and I went, oh no, it was perfect. I could have got a province. And that's where Militia really comes in handy there. I definitely recommend, though, if you pick up a Militia, you're probably going to want a Village in there somewhere because most likely you're going to have other action cards, I feel. In most cases.
So the thing about buying all the moats led me to come up with an idea for a card. That's, if you have 1 of it, it just blocks the attack. If you have 2 of it, it blocks the attack and then returns it to the attacker, meaning they have to do it. I don't know. It was a funny idea. I was just like, I have 4 moats. Do the attack. I don't know, but tell me your ideas on that. If I'm just crazy or not.
All right. Next up is Market. We've covered this one before. I know we have because we compared it to another one in the base set. Festival. You have to go back and find the episode where we did the comparison.
That was very convenient that it was on top.
Very convenient. It's like it was put there on purpose. Market, generally, I feel it's an average card. In some games it can definitely be good because it's giving you one of everything.
Market is best if Chapel is in.
Yes. If you can chain markets together, very good.
We were playing a 5-6 player game. No one knew how good Chapel was. And they're all like, why are you buying all these Chapels? And I had 6 cards. 5 of them markets, 1 of them being a Chapel.
Yeah.
Every time, 5. Another market, another market. Hey, another market. And they're like, how'd you get 9 markets already? I was like, got Chapeled.
Yeah. If you're a new player, Chapel is your friend.
Yes.
Because when we were new players, and most people are new players, they look at Chapel and just go, I'm not getting anything. I'm actually losing cards. Why would I use this unless I don't want my curses or something? You got a lot of crap cards in there in the beginning.
Called coppers.
Once you get some better ones, use the Chapel and get rid of those crap cards. It actually works out brilliantly. In fact, I think we've played with Chapel in a few games. Go back and watch a few of those and check it out. It's a very good card. In fact, if you see it on the board, pick it up. But
number 1, 2 card. Maybe
yeah,
even
definitely.
the number 1, 3 card, but it costs 2.
Sometimes.
But it costs 2.
So good. But so in this case, I feel Market was the better buy in this for a buy card if you had the 5.
Yes.
Unless you wanted another 5 card like mine. The nice thing with this one though is you're getting again a
card and action to replace it, but then you're getting a buy and a coin, which is like, hey, cool.
So at least I feel like my deck and probably yours, Market was better because with Woodcutter, that's your last action unless you got more from villages.
I thought I had enough villages too. Yeah.
Yeah. So in that case, it's very good. It's even a very good single card, even if you need the buy, or even if you don't.
Yeah, that Market's really shines when you have the ability to pretty much clean your entire deck.
Yep.
Just like all those other cards, like I love to play, like Baker. It's only good if it's the only card you got.
All right, and then our final card that was in this 10 set, Mine. This is definitely one of my top 5 cards. So if you've watched me play, I'm generally the type of player who tends to lean towards more of the treasure route. I'll buy a lot of treasures and then maybe just a handful of action cards just to say, oh, this will help me out.
Mine's really nice because it's like, I have a copper, bye, I got a silver.
Yeah. If you get the 5-2 split, definitely mine.
Mine early on, and then
I mean, unless you need the buys to get village smithies later, but I feel mine.
If I would have opened up with a 5-2, I would have gone Market, Moat, just for the sheer fact that I could get a bunch of villages and a bunch of smithies, because that's what I would have done. If you open 5-2, you want to go the village smithy combo using a Market and a Moat. Unless you want to go to the treasures, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the treasures.
I'd be curious. We'll have to try this out sometime. You do that, and I do mine and Moat or something. The village smithy compared to the remodel and that, because my plan was to use the mines, upgrade my coppers to silvers, and eventually my silvers to golds, and then use remodel all the time to just change my golds into provinces. That's nice, especially too if you can buy a province on that turn, because that's very good there. In 2-player games, it's definitely a rush to get those provinces. So most times when you get the 8, you're going to want to pick up the province unless you think, oh, if I skip buying it now, I'll get it now. Or if it's
a bunch more later. I don't know. Yeah. That's the hard thing. It's like you have to know when your deck is ready for you to just rush out those provinces. You have to be like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, and in this buy game, it could have been possible, I think, maybe. Especially at a higher player game.
I think,
like 16 to pick up 2.
Yeah, if this was a 3 or 4 player game, I think getting the higher value treasures is the way to go because of the fact that the game will last longer and that strategy does take more time to build up, but it works much better. Yeah.
Where are you going with that?
That's the 3rd time that's happened to me today where I was on on a train of thought and then it just died.
Yeah. Okay then. But anyway, so yeah, definitely if you're teaching somebody the game, this is very good set to use just because it's going to teach them a little bit about there's a little bit of everything there. I mean, you got a basic attack card, you've got a basic defense card, you've got the buys, you got the multiple actions, you got the cards. They'll get the idea of how cards kind of mesh together. and even with if they just want to go treasures, maybe stuff like that. It's a good first set. You can definitely put some variance though on it because as experienced players, we'll probably cream somebody.
What we've done in the past is we've been like, okay, we've now played the base set. Each extra player picks one card that they don't want in the
and swaps it out or something like that.
The number one pick we found is Militia. No one likes Militia.
I love Militia.
Well, I mean, we like Militia, but it's like all those players like, that's a mean card, I don't want to get hurt by it, go away.
There are meaner cards out there, people.
Which.
But, so yeah, that's the first set there. Very curious to hear what other people have to say, because there's a lot of different skill range players. We're experienced players, but I wouldn't call us experts. So if you find there's a better strategy to this, especially in the first set, because I find this is the hardest one to talk about, just because we've played it so many times and I don't know. I just don't feel I haven't found the best way yet. But let us know what you would do in this game. Leave a comment below. Also, especially with Goku now making it very easy to set up a set using all the cards. If you have a specific set that you would like us to play with, whether it's just, use these boxes, or, use this 10 set of cards, I want to see what you guys have to say on that. Leave it in the comments. We might pick it out and play with that set on a week. So, go ahead and do that. I don't know, what else? Anything else?
Yes.